Hi, I'm Andy Wong. I'm a freelance journalist who writes about food, restaurants, and nightlife in Los Angeles. I'm here on busy Melrose Avenue on this beautiful Saturday, and I'm excited to share my hamachi experience with you. Providence is a modern fine dining seafood-focused restaurant in Los Angeles. Over the years, the restaurant has garnered numerous James Beard Award nominations and also 2 highly coveted Michelin stars. This restaurant is known for its commitment to sourcing high-quality, sustainable seafood, treating the ingredients with reverence, and also cooking with impeccable technique. This time, we asked world-class chefs in New York and Los Angeles to make a special dish using Japanese hamachi. I'm excited to be here today. I'm also getting pretty hungry. Let's go try this new hamachi dish. All right, I'm happy to be back here at Providence with you, Michael. This is beautiful. Tell me what's going on in this dish.
Sure. So, first of all, it's great to have you here, Andy. Nice to see you. It's wild Japanese hamachi, and we're serving it with wasabi, creme fraiche, celtus, and shiso.
And clearly Providence-style plating, right?
Yeah.
You made it look really nice.
Yeah. The fish is so beautiful. You really don't have to do that much to it.
I'm gonna take a little bite.
Yeah.
You really get that hamachi fattiness.
Yeah.
And obviously you're adding all this different brightness. Obviously the hamachi, just has this natural umami element. But I want to hear it from you since you're the chef and I'm just the guy eating it. What's the overall allure or fascination with hamachi in the first place? What makes it so good?
I mean, all the things you just said. Tremendous fat content, incredible clean flavor, especially when the fish are handled the way these fish are handled. This fish is wild caught and then killed ikejime style, so it's absolutely perfect. It couldn't be any better. The fat content, especially of these pieces that we gave you, which are from the belly of the fish, are just astounding. So you get the richness of the fish, the fattiness, the umami, because we kombu jime the fish before we give it to you. Right. So it picks up lots of flavor from that. And every winter we serve hamachi here because it's at its best in the winter. It's at its fattiest in the winter, right. And it's just a great ingredient and a very reliable and consistent ingredient, which is what I love about it.
So obviously Providence is a restaurant that over the years and the way that it's evolved, you've started to focus more and more on California aquaculture, California fish, things that you can get nearby. So tell me what it is about certain Japanese fish like this that make you want to still serve this.
Well, I mean, for me, it's a question of consistency and availability, and obviously quality. The Japanese hamachi, especially during the winter months, it's available pretty much every week. We have fish brought in directly from Toyasu Market in Japan, even though they're caught in different regions of Japan, but the hamachi is usually very, very consistent, and Japanese hamachi is available pretty much every week, especially in the winter months.
So let's say you're a home chef and you have this hamachi at home and you fear that you're not a great sushi chef and you don't just want to cut it and serve it raw. Mm-hmm. What are some other things you think you could do with this fish?
Well, I mean, you can grill it. Hamachi works really, really well grilled. I think it's best if it's prepared somewhere between medium rare and medium. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that we love to do with a hamachi when we get it, the hamachi collar is it's a very popular dish. You see it in izakayas and places like that all over the place. But I like to take them and brine them we brine the collars for 2 days in a mixture of brown sugar and salt and aromatics and water, of course. And then we smoke them over alderwood. And when you eat that fish warm, just out of the smoker, it's one of the most amazing things. This fish, with the amount of fat that it has throughout its body, the collars are even more fatty than the belly of the
Yeah,
fish.
it's a fish that wants to be smoked. I've
Yeah.
had that preparation before.
Yeah,
It's perfect if you do it
insanely
right.
good. If you get a great hamachi collar that's nice and fatty, you could just cook it slowly on the grill, finish it in the oven, and do the exact same thing, and I guarantee you'll be happy. It's just a delicious, delicious preparation.
Thank you, Michael, for this delicious dish. Thanks for sharing your knowledge. Like we were saying earlier, obviously, like I like the food at Providence because you always take seafood and you add these levels of brightness and balance to it. And in this case, you're doing something like wasabi, and people hear the word wasabi and they're like, well, this could be intense, but no, there's still the nuance that you usually cook with. But I think the star, as we all know, is just like this clean, fatty, plump fish. And the fact that you just kind of cut it and just put it there with some other things that really just enhance it but don't change it, right?
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
Of course, it's my pleasure.